Okay, a ratio, just by like definition, comparison of two values. And there's different formats that you'll see ratios in. Maybe it'll say, okay, 4 to 6, or another format would be 4 to 6, or you could have it as a fraction, 4 to 6. When you simplify ratios, you divide by a common factor. So in this case, like 4 to 6, you could divide both by 2, and you get 2/3. You could do that here, divide by 2 to simplify it, you get 2/3. Same thing, so 2/3, 2 to 3, or 2 to 3 here. Another way to compare ratios and to see if they are proportional would be like to take these two values and put them in a calculator and see if they come out to the same number. And this is the way in chapter 8 we do it a lot, because sometimes the fractions are hard to tell if they're the same. But if you take a fraction and you put it into a calculator, the decimal will always come out to the same number, and it's really easy to compare that way. So you can always like plug it into a calculator and then compare those to see if they're the same. So that's the gist of ratios. So this worksheet goes through a couple different scenarios with ratios. Number 1 says there are 480 sophomores and 520 juniors in high school. Find the ratio of juniors to sophomores. This statement right here is important. This is the order they want you to put the numbers in, juniors to sophomores. So with my ratio, I'm going to put the juniors first, 520, to 480 sophomores. So this is the juniors and the sophomores. It wants you to simplify this, so just choose a common factor. Maybe that is 20. We're going to divide both of these by 20. Get 520 divided by 20 is 26. And then 480 divided by 20 is 4. Okay, so I simplified it a little bit. It's not simplified all the way because I can still divide by a common factor here. I'll divide by 2, get 13 to 12. So once it's in the simplest form, that's what it's looking for. So 13 to 12, you could also write this as 13 to 12, juniors to sophomores, or you could write it as a fraction, 13 over 12, juniors to sophomores. All three are correct. Okay, for number 2, it says a strip of wood molding that is 33 inches long is cut into two pieces whose lengths are in the ratio of 7 to 4. What are the lengths of the two pieces? Okay, well, we have 7 to 4 ratio part to part. That is also in ratio with the whole. So if I add 7 plus 4 to get 11, I can use that as well. It's saying that the strip of wood is 33 inches long. So that would be the total, which is the total here, 11. So let's see. Okay, so I can use the relationship between total and total, which would be times 3, to figure out these two lengths. So 4 times 3 would be 12, and 7 times 3 would be 21. So on this piece of wood, to get it into a 7 to 4 ratio, I would need 21 inches and 12 inches. So 21 inches and 12 inches. Okay, 3, 4, and 5, we are solving proportions using cross multiplication. Like so, we practiced the easy version of this on Friday. And these are a little bit harder, which in the chapter 8, it does get a little bit harder like this. So to solve this, just x times 72 would be 72x. 6 times 84 is 504. divide by 72, and x equals 7. Okay, for number 4, same process. 39 times 19, plug that in a calculator, it comes out to 741. 57 times 4x, so 57 times 4, 228, and just x on there. And then divide both sides by 228. And x equals 741 divided by 228 is 3.25. Okay, and then number 5, you'll also see this format quite a bit in chapter 8 as well. And it's the same process, 4 times x plus 4, but here's what it looks like, 4 times x plus 4, like this, equals 8 times this would look like this, 8 times 2x minus 1. And then what you do from here is you distribute, so 4 times x would be 4x plus 16, 8 times that, we get 16x minus 8. And then just solve this as you feel comfortable. Let's see. Negative 12x equals x equals 2. So all that work to get x equals 2. Okay, and then are you ready for number 6? Okay, number 6, it says the standard ratio of a photo's width to length is 2 to 3, 2/3. What is the length of a photo that has a width of 14 inches? Okay, so 2 to 3, width to its length, 2 to 3. So there's the photo, ratio. What about if the photo has a width of 14? What is the length? So for this, you have to identify corresponding parts, which we'll do in, so this corresponds with this. If you don't have colors, which you probably don't, just use like a zigzag with zigzag here, and then this side corresponds with this one, so maybe like dots to identify this one corresponds with this. And then when we set up the ratio, we have to do zigzag to zigzag, dots to dots. So like 2 over 14 equals 3 over x. And then use cross multiplication to solve 2x. 14 times 3 is 17 over 2, and x equals 21. And that's it all. Okay, so make sure to put your name on it. There was a part you didn't get, Lily, just so you know. Yeah, there's a bottom part. Here, I'll zoom out.